It is a sunny day out here at Phoenix International Raceway, and we got the Super Indies now to run. There will be the second to last feature of the Phoenix races. Will be off tonight to race the midgets. They were supposed to run on Thursday. They've been delayed to tonight. However, this was originally planned to be the last event on Phoenix for the 2024 season. That being said, we're going to start on with the anthem. So let's get that one started. Alright, drivers, head to your cars. Let's get this one ready. If you are not ready, then stay out of your car. If you need to go AFK, stay out of your car. We'll be doing a 10-second countdown. The pace speed on the inside row is going to be 80 miles an hour. The outside, your job is going to be to keep up to pace. So my best tip of advice is not to pass car review, but also make sure that you are about half a car length ahead of the car to your inside. And Aqua's here, a little bit late to the show, unfortunately. It's actually two of Shuffle's cars. We got the 63, that's usually driven by Manos, but today it's being driven by Evan Varney, our current pole sitter. So as the field is getting set up, let's figure out who's starting where. So in the 20, replacing Jason Dady, we got Steve Waters in the DeWalt machine. In the Lamborghini F1 style fortune car, the 45 starts us off in 7th place from the back row. T7 Jake in the 27, he'll be starting us off in 6th place on row 3 on the outside. Inside is going to be the 65 K&N machine driven by Muffin, I believe on their first Super Indy race. In 4th place, the 45 driven by Best Vibes. And the Maple Leaf 32 is our first car on the podium. Twin Turbo V6 runner to the champion. My internet just went out, but we're going to go back in game. So I don't know if you guys even heard any of that. Just stay patient with me. We will start pacing in just a bit. We'll get to the order. If you guys are interested, the race stream is on. Yeah. What I could do, if you're going to do that though, you could switch I'll switch spots with Aqua. We'll start from the back. If Aqua's interested, you can start yourself from the back. That is a stroke of luck there. Now Eris has gone AFK, so has Muffin. Although as soon as the two are back, we should be ready to go. Again, my internet is gonna. The more time it takes to start, the better it'll be, so it's no big deal. We'll have 5 pace laps. The pace speed is going to be 70 miles an hour, which should be pretty easy to hold. We're just waiting on Eris and Muffin. So, as soon as that gets settled, we'll start. And Jake is rage quit before the race even starts. Aqua, you can move up a row. So Jake is going to retire himself before we even get going. Impatient fuck. So that being said, everyone is to their cars. We're going to do a 10-second countdown. Again, if you get third, that's 75 Robux. That's like winning a mid-car race, so there's that to keep in mind. Go in the car, if he goes, yellow flag's out. Wait for the car to view to go. So it's going to take a little, it's going to be a bit of a laggy start. Again, that's usual situation when we got cars that do burnouts like that, so it's okay. Again, outside road, maintain the outside, inside, stay inside to the yellow line. We need Lemon to move up. Please do not redline pace. If you do redline pacing, you will have a bad start. You also may not be able to pace accurately, and if you need to adjust your speed by slowing down, please do not hit the brakes. Just let off. Just make small adjustments. The smaller adjustments, the better it'll be. So, if we could have Eris move up, we'd look pretty good. We'll read out your new order since a couple cars switched around. Aqua joined last second. With Steve Waters' retirement, he'll be taking over the 20 car. Eris Netta will be starting off in 6th place since Jake has pulled off before the race started because of patience issues. Muffin will be starting P5 in the 65. The 45 driven by Best Vibes. And the 45 car. Twin Turbo V6 doing some tire weaving. Again, these things got tire wear, so not a wise thing to do. But Twin will be the first car in the podium position. Lemon 598, not Lemon Bucket 45, will be starting in Shuffle's car. Our pole sitter is, again, Evan Varney. So, pretty interesting race coming up here. Hopefully you guys have all gotten your fuel. If you have not, then this is your opportunity to... the pace speed is 70 miles an hour. But if you're but it doesn't matter if you're going 70, you just need to stay ahead of the car to your side. So you need to move up, actually. So we need Lemon to move up, Twin to move up. We need Twin to move up here. We have 2 more pace laps to go. And the better we can pace, the sooner we get going. Again, if any of you guys mess up this start, that means that we'll go single file. Lemon, come on. That means we'll be going single file, and whoever caused the start to get called off will be dropped to the rear of the field. So, hopefully no one does that. We don't want that situation. We also don't want it for the racing, because that's not good for racing. But if it does come down to it, then that's what's going to have to be done. So, outside move up. Pretty good now. Alright, Twin move up, inside row. Do your part. Again, try to maintain ahead of the car that's on your inside. Twin's too far back. Okay, we're good now. This time by, we got 1 to go. A reminder not to pass car of you until you cross the start. Twin, what the fuck? A reminder not to cross the car of you until you cross the start-finish line. Evan Varney, when you're pacing, please stay above the yellow line. Doesn't matter once we're going, but during pacing, for the sake of organization, that'd be appreciated. We'll be going green at the Cyan restart zone off of turn 4. So lock in, folks, please. Lemon, please move more outside. You're literally driving inside of Evan. Twin, move up. Lemon move up, outside up, outside up. Full pace. Eris back off. Actually, green flag. Evan with a jump, we're calling it off. We're not going to penalize him, however, the start is called off, Twin. The start is called off. The start is called off. We're going to try that again. No one's going to get penalized. That just looked like you guys were jumping up in the wrong way altogether. Do not go until the lights are green. Okay? Let's try that again. We got 120 laps. Outside up, outside up, outside up. Lemon, come on. You want a good start, don't you? Green flag. Not to jump for Vibes. Vibes, give up a spot. Go wide here, you're clear. That's why you don't do that. Now Evan Varney slaps the wall. Twin's going to take the lead. However, Evan Varney, we saw, was a very fast driver. Going to clear the board now. I don't think anyone's going to beat that time anyways. So, the board has been cleared. And Aqua slaps need to be fits. If you spin out or something like that, please stop your car or say it in the chat that you have. It'll make everyone's life easier. I'm not able to see everyone, so if it comes down to that, please, you'll keep your lap. You'll just... So. Yeah. Anyways, Evan Varney closing into Twin Turbo V6, about to make it side by side for the lead. I must remind you that once the caution is called, the pits are closed. The only thing you can get from the pits is fuel. You can't go for tires. The pits will be open for one lap in the caution period, which gives everyone a chance to pit. So, to make sure that, because of how sensitive these things can be to tire wear at times, to make sure that the pit cycle is fair, we have fair restarts. So, just a note. So it looks like we've split off to two different fields. There's the three on the front, which is Evan Varney, Twin Turbo V6, and Lemon. Cars in the back, that's Muffin Airs and Best Vibe. Again, Best Vibe jumping the start. It's a costly mistake. It's not something you want to do, and this is one of those reasons why. Because once you lose that momentum, you're in a bit of a bad spot. Anyways, up for the front, side by side between Twin Turbo V6, Evan Varney. It's 120 laps here at Phoenix International Raceway. Half the distance, I believe, for the actual race, which would be a 250-mile race. Evan's going to make a move up ahead, but we got a crossover for position. Twin gets it back out of the exit. But here comes Evan Varney down the inside. Through the lag spikes, we'll figure out what's going on. Evan Varney taking the lead. But Twin is just behind. Any mistake and things could turn around in Twin's favor. And Twin is not moving. What happened to Twin? He's disconnected. We got a yellow flag. Again, the pits are closed. Yellow flag's out. Evan Varney's going to get it. Then is Lemon. So yellow is out. Muffin is in third. Fourth is Best Vibes. Airs is in fifth. Sixth is going to go to Aqua Car. And Twin will be able to restart from the back of the field. Again, the pits are closed for anything other than fuel. If you do get fuel, it's going to be a drive-through penalty. So if you get tires, that's a drive-through. Where is Twin's car? There it is. I'll teleport you, don't worry, you're fine. It's going to be your first strike, however, there's still two more for you. I think you'll be fine. That's inconveniently timed one. So yeah, the pits for now are closed. Twin just merged to the back of the field. Once everyone is settled and the laps are clear, we'll allow one lap for people to pit. We need Airs to move up though. So, yes, single file. We are single file. We are only double file for the initial start. Every start after that is just single file. So, that being said, the pits will be opened this lap. This is a one lap window to pit. You could either stay out. It's pretty early in the race. Or you could try to extend yourself and get pretty much a guaranteed one-stop green race, I believe, at this point. If you pit now, you could potentially only have to do one, where if you don't, you might have to do two. So, the choice is yours. But the pits are now open. Again, it's going to be first gear, red line. Make sure you must stop completely inside your bots. So, any takers? Lemon's a taker. Best Vibes a taker, and so is Aqua. The rest of them stay out to keep their positions. So make sure you stop fully inside your pit bots. I'll be watching over to make sure we all follow the rules and we look good. Just make sure you don't shift. And out of the pit lane is going to be Best Vibes ahead of Lemon. Just rejoin from the back of the field. And Aqua's up next. Again, that yellow line out the pit lane, that's it. That is the pit indicator. So make sure you shift up after you pass it. There you go. Good job. I think I missed that actually on explaining you the system, so at least you know what to do. That's good. Yeah, that yellow line is the pit limiter line. So looks like we're good. I'm gonna change twins laps, and we will go. We'll go green. So, 1 to go. Reminder not to pass car until you cross the start-finish line. Should hopefully be a little bit easier now that we're all single file. So Muffin's made up a couple of spots there out of that pit cycle. Looks like they've been going for the 2-stop strategy, whereas the others are pretty much on a fairly risky single stop. If there's any overtime, it's going to be an ugly situation. We make our way out of the final turn. Green flag. And Evan gets a great start off the line. No jumps to call. Air's a little bit slower off than Twins. Twins going to make their way by into turn 1. That solidifies the green lights on the track. However, that being said, Evan Varney, definitely one of the better starters. As looks like Eris is going to make her moves down the inside, across the room between herself and Muffin. Both make it clean out of the corner. Yeah, that was a fantastic start there by Evan Varney. It might just be good enough to where it's not really jumping, it's just that quick. As we go 3 wide in the back of the field, again, Muffin taking the high lane. It doesn't seem to work in these high downforce cars. It's a better line over the slower cars. Most of the battling going on the track is in the back. However, Muffin's made up a couple of spots. As there's something going on between Lemon. That is Lemon in the middle of it. Between himself, Muffin, and also Best Vibes. Lemon's going to take an inside line almost all the way to the barriers. So we now clear lap 20 out of 120. So 1/10 the distance of the race. It's going to be a while, folks, but it'll be a good while. On the front of the field, Evan Varney starting to walk from competition. We saw this chain of domination at Plymouth when he got away from me. He's running a really good race. So Twin solidified his second place. Eris looking to hold up a very strong podium position here so far, although Lemon's not far behind, but Lemon currently in the 4th place spot, a little bit under attack by Muffin. I wouldn't say quite in attack range of them yet, so you can sit back and get a little comfy. Not too comfy, certainly. Not a lot to talk about right now. We're just going to let these cars run through. If anything shows up, we'll talk about it. Little scrub to the wall there for Lemmy. He's going to lose spots left and right. And unfortunately, that 4th place run, it's fallen him back all the way into 6th. He's lost 2 spots there. But he's still in the fight, and he's faster than these guys, so certainly he has a chance to get it back going. He's going to go up and hit the wall again, so a little bit of stress there. Loses a lot of speed. Still is ahead of Aqua, though, so the fight's not over. And certainly if there's any more cautions for disconnects, then he'll be right back up into action. So at this point, it seems like for Lemon, he's just going to be put into a bit of a just run the laps sort of situation. Although there's there's Evan Varney actually under attack by Twin now for the lead. All right, here's the action we've been waiting for. Down the front stretch we go into 1 and 2. A very close gap between Twin and Evan. Twin might be picking up those lines. Now we look at the board, and so far the fastest laps is set by Evan Varney. However, Twin, his best, is only a single thousandth off of Evan Varney. So the two of them clearly very competitive. It's really just a matter of who's going to be more consistent. Now this time by, Evan Varney's taking an outer line. I don't know if that was intentional or not. It looks like Twin is now fighting against the rear wing. So I can't really say for certain. It goes back low. Twin's going to go lower. And Evan Varney hits the wall. Twin passes by. Twin up to the lead. Now again, Evan Varney is a very big threat on this track, but we do have tire wear in these cars. It's very specific rules on it to make sure that, you know, everything runs smoothly. So, the more you hit the wall, the more you start to wear your right side tires. And that could put you in a little bit of an ugly situation too. It's something I learned at Milwaukee. Yeah. Twin's made up a fantastic gap between himself and Evan Varney, so we'll get back to that in just a bit. Let's see what's going on in the midfield. We have Muffin and once again Best Vibes at it, but it looks like they kind of separate themselves. So closest gap is still the one in the front. In fact, actually, we're about to clear up a lap car. That is Aqua driving the 20 DeWalt machine. They're about to fall a lap down. If you fall 13 laps down, that'll be your day. Every time there's a caution, you get a lap back. So falling a lap down or two, it's not the end of the world, especially with the cautions we can get here. So who knows? It's about a second gap now between Evan Varney and Twin Turbo V6. Twin, I've always known him for being good at this. He's really good at saving his tires. That could be a potential factor from being a controller user. Of course, having a variable amount of throttle and brake input. I don't know if he's on a controller this time, but it usually is. He does really good on it. So next lap will be 39 laps out of 120. So we're closing in pretty close to the first third of the race. And within about 15 laps, we'll be seeing some green flag pit stops. As Lemon says, bruh, he's still going, so it doesn't look like he's spun. And if he has, well, he should have stopped. But some sort of big mistake, and he's lost a little bit of the pace he had from earlier. Again, Lemon, third fastest car on the board, but it looks like the stress is starting to get to him. Again, as long as he just keeps on running his race, there's a very good chance the race is long, there will be another caution. He'll be able to start back up there in the front. He also did a pit, so who knows? That pit cycle could become a big factor. If there's a caution or something that's like... Now, we do have 2 laps per caution to gain, actually. I just remember that rule, so... if there's any caution, cars get 2 laps back. That's to counter for the awkward pit cycle situation that we get on these big... Or, the pit cycle situation we tend to get on ovals. So, that's just a little bit of a thought. Anyways, we're over a third the way through the race, and so far it looks like Twin is starting to walk away from Evan Varney. The 32 Maple Leaf car looking pretty good out here at Phoenix. I was wondering how the Super Indies would do on an actual IndyCar track, and the real IndyCars actually tend to run the top lane rather than running down low like that, but it does make sense why these in particular would be running the bottom. We've been seeing that the whole weekend with the lightweight cars. Heavier cars tend to benefit on the outside. I mean, that's just an expected factor. Now, Evan Varney's going to pit it. He goes for a pit stop. I'll be stopping right there. Yep. That's a legal pit stop so far. So the first pit cycle looking like an undercut technique by Evan Varney. He'll put him a lap down, but again, that's just a normal situation from pit cycles. And he's clear back into the track, so Evan Varney gets onto the track about a lap down. A bit of an undercut strategy. Usually most people do around lap 50, 55. But it looks like he's really embraced the two-stop strategy to try to get the best try to get the best tires overall. And if this race runs clean, that might actually be pretty beneficial. He's only fallen a lap down, so if he by any chance gets a caution, he'll be right back up to the lead lap. He's not that far behind from Aqua either, I believe. So Lemon is now a lap down to our later twin turbo V6. So we are at about lap 50. Again, we'll probably be seeing some, at least some fuel pit stops. We did notice that some of the more worn tires weren't exactly too bad, but that might become a factor later on in the race that you may or may not even want to factor in at all. So, we'll see. So Twin Turbo V6 makes his way through 1 and 2. He's going to take an inside line, but no sign of slowing down, so clearly still out there on the track. Really, the pit window is between about now and lap 50 and lap 60, although we did see cars running out of fuel as early as lap 57, and easily could be earlier than that. Tires are definitely starting to be worn down a bit though, so wonder how that's going to affect things. Looks like Evan Varney's unlapped himself from second place driver Aris Netta with fresh tires. This Lemon goes all the way down low. And it looks like Muffin is to the pit lane. So you're going to be on the K&N bots. Make sure your 4 tires are inside it. Oh, you missed it. You missed it. Good news is that every caution is 2 laps back, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, you're good. You don't need to wait for fuel. Yeah, you can just go. Alright. Oh! Alright. Alright, Muffin, you gotta drive through to serve by the end of the race. You can serve it at any time, just has to be done before the end of the race. Just first gear red line. Alright, get it done now, get it out of the way. That's a fair idea. You can just hold red line the whole time, it's the fastest way. I'll let that slide. So, if there is a caution, they might... Well, actually, Twin hasn't pitted yet, so they wouldn't be a lap down. If there is a caution, because Twin most likely is going to have to pit at some point. If they haven't already. But judging by the board, I'm pretty sure that is the case here. Yeah, Twin's going to have to pit at some point. Not a whole lot to report. We're just watching the cars get through the field. It looks like Garris has gone out of the pit lane. She did it legally or not, I don't know. But she is out of the pits and she's back in second. So the last car to pit is Twin. I assume he probably did something sneaky during the caution. Alright, looks like there might be a battle between Best Vibes and Lemon, or at least there might be one developing. That's about the closest gap here. Aqua's about 2 laps down, but again, as long as Twin pits, there'll be 1 down, and they'll be back up into action if there's a caution, so not the end of the world. I apologize for the rubber banding again. The disconnection at the start, before the race started, is the most likely reason why we got a lot of rubber banding on the stream. It's just a regular condition. When you disconnect, it just always happens, so my apologies. But it is what it is. Anyways, that being said, we're over halfway done with the race. And Twin still hasn't pitted. I know that's because you probably refueled under caution. I'm probably going to have to make a rule over that. I'll let it slide for now. There's a car coming out of the pits. That's Lemon. So Lemon now out of the pit lane. I believe Lemon's going to fall 2 laps down. I believe he's now in his part of the pit cycle. Going for a bit of undercut. He's pretty much good for the rest of the race. Any other pitters? There's, in fact, one other pitter. Twin is to the pits. And Twin is trying to get back going. A little bit of a slow start to get at it. However, I believe that was a much better pit stop overall than Evan Varney. He's about half a track behind Twin. So Nuts Down, actually, out of the pit cycle period, is actually 824BB, best 5. I don't think that was out of pit cycle. I think that was out of not pitting. So really just a race of attrition. Yeah, there's 824 now out of turn 2. He's staying out. Seven Barney and Muffin. Muffin again, they had to survey a drive-through. There's Steve Waters. That drive-through seemed to hurt them, but however, there is a caution at this point. They'll be in the back of the field and they'll still be on the lead lap, so it's not the end of the world. Just gotta hope for a win at this point, pretty much. And there's a slowing down at best 5. Make sure you stop inside your box fully, or else you'll get a drive-through penalty. You're good. It always helps to practice them. Again, you don't need to wait for your fuel. You just get back in, press that to get going. He's going to get back out into the track. Airs reclaim their second place spot. And there's Evan Varney closing in on Arisnet a little by little. Got a battle for second about to stir up here. Harris goes high. Aqua also closing in onto the rear of Lemon, so we've got 2 battles stirring up here. However, Evan Varney's closing in really hot here on the 60, on the 45. It's nice to see Steve out there. I wish you could have raced. However, your guy is currently, well, looks like, actually, change of events. Although I do believe, Muffin's driving a lot faster than Aqua, so they'll be unlapping this up from them. Where's Lemon? They're up ahead, so they've been doing a little bit of a better job than Aqua so far. However, Ayers and Evan Varney, looks like Evan Varney's made the pass. The late model racer just about unstoppable. The only question is if they can catch up to Twin in time. There's a lot of race left, but a lot of distance to gain. That was not a good pit stop, and I think it's gonna have to do another one. So, unless he's done one already, which could explain why he's back here. If he did one, I didn't notice it. And there's Evan Varney about to pass by Lemon to put them a lap down. It's not going to make the move yet. So about 11 seconds between the top three, only the podium on the lead lap. That's the usual situation when there's pit cycles on an oval. So it's bit of a normal thing. Of course, if there's any caution, that could change things around. Ayers makes a move on the rear bumper of Evan Varney. It's not going to work, but she's been pretty quick too, and she's gained a lot of speed throughout the race. She started to kind of develop a bit of a groove. At the very least of it, she'll be coming home with a very solid podium finish and a nice 7.5 Robux. That's basically like winning a mid-car race or winning a Formula Micro race, so that's pretty good. I'll be paid at the end of the year. And Lemon, even though he's been put a lap down, he's still driving pretty well, despite the circumstances. As there's another car, there's Twin putting best vibes another lap down. You see the gap between himself and Muffin. Muffin actually might be in range to pass a car now. It's going to take a little while, but it is certainly possible. So Lemon now passed by Evan Varney in a bit of a leader sandwich here. Ayers makes a move on the lap car, but it's not going to work. Again, Lemon, if you look at the laps, they are a really good driver. They are fourth on the board. It's just... and they're pretty close on time, too. It's just that they've had a couple of slip-ups early on in the race, and that's costed them. Still currently hold fourth, though, so... they'll be coming home with a very strong points finish for Shuffle. They'll be driving for themselves, of course. I don't... actually, I think we have a... is that Twin? I think Twin disconnected. Hold up. Twin did disconnect. The yellow flag is out. Race back is happening now, though. Leader is currently Evan Varney. However, Twin will start from the lead because he was, I believe, unless he was... or actually, I think he can restart from third. So, race back is Aris Netta, Evan Varney. Lemon, get your lap back. You're in third. Or you're in fourth, actually. Muffin is going to get their laps back. It's basically as the board goes, so... Twin will get their lap back. They'll be restarting from third because they were ahead of everyone else. That mixes things up. Now, I don't know where Twin's car... oh, there it is. Twin, I'm going to ask you to do a pit stop. Just because. You get all of your laps back, yeah. Everyone gets back to the lead lap, but you gotta drive yourself to it. So yeah, Twin, you could start pacing from third, but I'm gonna ask you to pit so you don't cheat. Evan Varney, you are not the leader. Let Ayers pass you. Guys, please don't stop your car on track. The pit lane is currently closed for anything other than fuel. Ayers just passed you. Again, Aqua and Muffin get to the lead lap. Aqua's going to be starting ahead of Muffin. So Aqua passed him again. You're getting 2 laps back. Aqua, get going. Go. You are holding us up. Unless you want to stay a lap down. Because you got to drive yourself to it because of tire wear and fuel. That's the reason why. Let's get in order here. As Evan Varney goes for a pit stop, he'll be restarting all the way in the back. You will get the benefit of potentially, once we actually get the real pit cycle going, might be able to move up in front. We'll have to see. It's going to really matter here, though. It's probably an emergency pit stop, judging by how early you pitted on. So, merge to the back. Alright. Muffin, Aqua, you guys fucked up. The pits are open now. Evan can stay where he is. You guys need to go up there. He passed you guys. Pits are open, pits are open, pits are open. Make your choice now. First gear red line. Make sure you guys pit in your bots. I'll be watching closely to make sure everyone does it correctly. Muffin went a little bit slow there. Listening for speeding. Order is good. Lemon, stay behind Twin. Alright. If we could pace well enough, if Evan can move up, we will go green this lap. Watch the lights. Watch the lights. Green flag. Lemon. Clear. That was damn close. I'll be backed off anyways. Ayers is currently off to the lead, but we're going to go 3 wide for the lead. This is a 23-lap sprint now at this point. Again, shorter than some of the other features we've seen. And it'll go by very quickly, too. Ayers to the helm, but Twin's going to take that inside line away. The green lights are coming down to the cars. Crossover moves 3 wide for the lead once again, but Ayers is going to fall back. She did have it. She gets it again. She's going to tuck it in tight, both on her entry and exits, and it works out for her pretty well. This time by, we'll be seeing 20 laps to go as our 3-car battle for the lead raging on. Twin now going to the inside over Ayers. Now Ayers is going to get a worse sets it. She'll fall back into third. Evan Varney now in the second place spot. They'll look at the inside of Twin Turbo V sits. Twin crossing back over inside. They're just going to slap the wall ever so slightly, but here we are for the lead, still battling it out as much as we could see, and it looks like Twin is going to hold it. Evan Varney with the tiniest little wall slap, losing not even a 10, just the slightest touch. The loose running had for the moment, though. Let's see what's going on behind. Some great pace by Muffin. Again, they had some bad pit stops. That's really all that's been holding them back. They're still a very fast driver, and they're battling it out for the 4th place spot. But again, we're back at those two groups here. The one in the front, one battling out for the 4th place. Really seems to kind of develop their own sort of level of competition. Evan Varney, however, to the point. Aerosnetic is going to look down low. It's not going to work again. Evan Varney to the lead. So far, I gotta say, this is probably the best race we've seen this weekend on Phoenix. A lot of action, 3 different leaders. That's about what I was expecting. Evan Varney's gonna hit the wall. Ayers takes the lead. Oh, it could really be anyone twin side by side with her. But Ayers is gonna get ahead. It's a good run into turns 1 and 2. But she's going to fall a little bit out on her exit. Twins down the inside, crossover move. He'll make the move, takes the lead back from Arisneta. Make her way through the front stretch. Ayers down the inside once again. She's going to hit the wall, though. Not going to lose a whole lot out of it. That was already in the breaking point. However, he's going to lose that lead, but not by much. He's only about maybe a nose behind him. Just needs to get a good run, and she'll be right back up. She's going to take a tighter line again down the inside. Twin carrying more speed on the exit. Very intense battle to the finish. There's also, again, the battle in the back, as there's Muffin and Lemon. And a couple of the cars getting added, but we'll be focusing on what's going on up front. Of course, the top 3. Really begs the question of who's going to come up on front. Looks like Eric's going to hit the wall. And that's going to cost her the efforts for the lead for the time being. Evan Varney looking to potentially capitalize where he can. So we're 10 to go. The last leg of the race, folks. Twin is trying to outmatch his competition for the time being. They've been making mistakes. Twin has been pretty much mistake-free. Lemon currently in the 4th place spot. Muffin has really nothing to do. There's also Aqua in the other car. We'll be watching, however, what's going on over for 2nd place. Now, again, Arisneta currently holds the top time. However, Twin has been going quick. Ayers with the purple sector 3. So far, no major incidents. Ayers closing the gap down to Evan Varney. We're closing to 6 laps to go. Now, this time by will be 5 laps to go for Twin Turbo V6. It's been holding off a very good race. I think Ayers made a mistake there. It goes off maybe into the wall. It's hard to tell with the lag spikes, but in between them, I think I saw some tire smoke. The Twin at this point has pretty much done all he needs to do to win this race. His competition needs to make up 2 seconds in 4 laps on a track this small. I don't think it can be done. So, Twin pretty much just needs to hold together for a pretty good race, and he'll get it. This time by now, 3 laps to go for Twin Turbo V6 Arisneta. Still holding off a very solid podium position, so basically all 3 of these guys are going to have a pretty good day. Now we got one more race coming up after this one, the Midgets, which will be at 7, so 25 laps this evening. We'll see you guys there. But in the meanwhile, 2 laps to go for Twin Turbo V6. He's about to put Aqua 1 lap down. And this time by the white flag in the air for Twin Turbo V6. This is the last lap. This is how the race ends. Arisneta's putting up a good battle, but I don't think it's going to work. So that's going to leave us with, I think as it stands, Twin going off through the backstretch, clean and through. Out of the final turn, Twin Triple V6 will win at Phoenix. Now between Eris, it's going to be Robots Man Dude, then Eris, then Lemon, then Muffin. Next guy down, if everyone could go to the pit lane. Great race, everyone. Order is Twin Triple V6, Evan Varney, Eris, Netta, Lemon, Muffin, Best Vibes, and Aquacar. Good race, folks. DNF's T7 Jake, or DNS's T7 Jake, and Steven Waters. If we get our winner to victory lane, Twin Triple V sits now three-time winner at Phoenix. So if you guys want to do interviews, we could do them. That's interesting. Alright, come up. There we go, Twin. So give it out for Twin Triple V6, the winner of today's race. He's won every race so far today, I believe. Won the ASC Fox Bodies. He's won the Formula Micros, and today he will win this Super Indy feature. Now, again, we got one more feature coming up this evening at 7 in the SLCORA server. It's going to be the SLCORA Midgets for a 25-lap race. We'll be also out tomorrow, 10 a.m. And also, we will interview everyone that sticks around, whether you want to do chat or voice, it's up to you. Twin, do you want an interview? No interview for Twin. Alright, Twin with a solid victory. That was a fun race to watch. Awesome job, great battle. Evan Varney is not in the game. If he wants an interview, he could get one, but I don't believe he's in the BC either. So, Eris, not a solid podium for you today. Had some chances, however. Still a great way to finish overall. P3 will serve you pretty well. What do you guys say about today's race?
I don't know, it was okay. I came in with no practice. I feel like I could have done way better if I had, but therefore I didn't. So it's on me, kind of. I figured out, like, near the end of my stint that I was setting really quick times with worn tires, but I got really anxious when doing my pit stop, so I just ended up instinctively going for tires as well, because I really didn't want to know if I would go way slower on more worn tires than they already were. So I kind of just wanted to play it safe, and I pitted for tires. The one stop worked pretty well, honestly. I tried to extend as much as I could, to not do it exactly at halfway, to have a little bit more to fight with going into the last couple laps, and then the restart ended up happening, which kind of screwed me over. It screwed me over a bunch because I could have probably gone for a little more if I had if we had kept going. But I mean, the podium's nice. I was fighting at the front a lot, which was nice. I feel like I could have done a lot better of a job to hold the lead, but trying to connect all of the because I got like a surplus of lines that gave me good times, but the problem is connecting them consistently is really difficult, so I couldn't. I only got like a total of 2, maybe 3.8s. One of them was QuickTime for a little bit, and then Twin got faster, and then I think I got it back. I don't even remember. But like around the end, I tried a really weird line that I thought was really just gonna make me do worse, and it ended up making me do better. But it was really hard to worry about that. I just genuinely forgot about it. Um, not much else to talk about really. I kind of just showed up. My head hurts a little. I took like a 4 hour nap because I slept for a total of like 3 hours and 30 minutes. So then I just took a little nap to kind of get back, but I'm kind of like
Mood.
physically
Mood.
somewhere else right now because I had
Mood.
to wake up at
Mhm.
I had to wake up at like 6 to go to the doctor to get there at 8 since we have to go from one side of the city to the other. Since it's supposed to be good doctor because good area. So I kind of had to wake up really early. And then I had a bite and then I went home and I slept. I was originally gonna try to sleep for like 2 hours because I made an agreement with my grandmother that I'd go get something at 3. I ended up waking up at 5, 5:15, so I missed the start of the micros. And yeah, I mean, we're here now. I was completely gonna miss this until I looked at the time and then I looked at the things and I was like, oh, right, sure then. So I hopped on and here we are. I'm really disappointed with myself that I didn't hold on to my positions better. I kind of just hit the wall a lot because I was trying to excessively push the car while the front was still gripping a lot. So I was kind of understeering because of that. So I had to kind of remind myself to hold back and try not to push. But overall, it was fine. I don't really know what else I can say. Just like decent result. I'm fine with it.
Fair enough. I guess another thing we should talk about, I think this is the last interview till then, other than the ROX Mods maybe coming up next week. We got the Mitts car race at Walterfield. You want to talk about that, Annie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Probably it's going to be the last interview
I don't
with you, I
know.
believe, till then, so.
Hopefully it's gonna be nice. Wallerfield's a cool track, but the problem is since the low power classes run on it, it's really difficult to drive because you have to try to keep the cars in power. And since they don't have that much, trying to keep speed through the turns and all that is really complicated. So I hope I do well. I hope there's a good turnout. And yeah, like it can get some racing going for the weekend.
All right. Well, that's coming up in about a week now, so hopefully you'll be up to it then. It's going to be a pretty fun race to watch, I'd say. I guess I'll wrap up this interview. Thank you for spending your time. There's one more person we'll talk to, which is Steve Waters. We'll get to you in just a moment. Again, the midgets are going to be racing at 7 p.m. today, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. we'll be doing the last dirt race of the year, the Stock I4s at Mad Speed. I gotta set that track up. Not a big deal. So hopefully that'll get all settled together. Just hopefully all that goes well. So let's go on to Steve Waters. Thank you, Iris. All right. There we go. You're unmuted now. So Steve Waters again, unable to start today. However, he did have some time on the track to figure things out. It looks like Aqua did the job at least, so the 20 car still manages to finish it. No, you're hoping it was you though, probably more so than anyone. So, we still got the midget race later tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you there. Is there anything you want to talk about in that direction?
First off, I
Mhm.
appreciate Aqua for filling in for me. I knew I wasn't gonna get back in time because I went with my mom over to the smoke shop. But anyhow, I appreciate Aqua for her driving my 20 card. They're helping me with the finish, and yeah, I respect you for that on what you did, Aqua. Uh, you did really well out there, and yeah. Um, other than that, uh, yeah.
All right.
But
Mhm. So we got the midgets in a couple of hours. There's also the NASCAR Xfinity race, which is also, funnily enough, taking place on this exact track. So that's definitely one of the races you should see. I'll probably be watching them when I can. I gotta develop stuff in the meanwhile. So, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this stream up?
Yeah, but yeah, I'll just say, hey again, congrats, Sock, on a good finish. Even though, well, yeah, even though you were in 7th, I appreciate what you did for me, and I appreciate it, man. But other than that, I'm gonna just talk to you in general after this wraps up.
All right. That's cool. So that being said, there's a couple things to talk about before we wrap things up entirely. Of course, later tonight we got the midgets at 7 p.m. It's gonna be a 25 lap race, the last one at Phoenix until we close it up for the rest of the season. Of course, highly recommend watching the NASCAR race going on here. It's the finale for the Xfinities tonight. Tomorrow we got the Cup finale at Phoenix, so that'll be fun to watch. But yeah, the midgets are going to be at 7 p.m. a 25 lap race. I believe they'll wrap up after the Xfinity race concludes. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. we'll be at Matt Speed for a 35 lap race with stock at 4. Get the last dirt race. Next week we're going to go to Franklin County and Wallerfield, depending on if you're in SLCORA or SLC. The SLC classes are going to be at Wallerfield, and the SLCORA classes, the oval ones, will be over at Franklin County. That being said, there's a good possibility that we may or may not get Franklin done in time. I'm vouching still that we are, because I got all tomorrow to work on it, as well as Monday, because I got no school on Monday, and the rest of the week. So it should be Franklin County, but if we do not get Franklin County ready for whatever reason, there's a big internet outage or I just fuck up that royally, we'll be doing the Plymouth track. We'll be over at Plymouth Motor Speedway, since we just prepared that for JCLMT. It's good enough to run an SLC race. So if it does come down to that, we'll do that. But we're still looking forward to racing at Franklin County. And the next Super Indy race will be 2 weeks from now at OAM. The Mexican version of Iowa, basically, it's about the same size. It's a very high-speed track, significantly faster than this one. I believe the cars might almost hit 200, even though it's a slightly smaller track due to the fact that everyone cuts down the inside. It's not a silver track. It's also more banked, so it should make for some very interesting racing. That's going to be the big oval finale, the last one before the actual oval finale at Saugus the weekend after for the Turkey Night race. So a lot of good races up ahead of us. But that being said, that's going to wrap it up for now. We'll be again out with the midgets at 7 p.m. So we'll see you guys there.
Good day, people.